Buying your first home is a huge milestone. There is nothing like the feeling of walking up to your front porch for the first time. But here in Oakland County, that goal meets a specific reality. In high-demand cities like Royal Oak and Berkley, we are looking at moderate inventory and property values that consistently trend upward. This environment creates a trap that catches a lot of first-time buyers. It's called the sticker price illusion. It happens when you scroll through an app, look at a listing price, calculate a basic down payment, and assume you have the math figured out. Relying on that surface-level math leads to serious frustration. Buyers put in standard offers that get rejected, or they finally get an offer accepted only to realize they lack the funds for the back end of the transaction. The difference between buyers who repeatedly miss out and those who successfully finalize a purchase comes down to their approach. An over-eager browser shops based on emotion. A successful buyer plans with rigorous math. To succeed in this market, you have to stop acting like a passive consumer and prepare like a strategic investor. That shift starts by looking past the list price to understand your actual cash to close. This waterfall chart breaks the numbers down. Your baseline is the list price, and the first block stacked on top is your down payment. In Michigan, this typically ranges from 3 to 20%, depending on your loan type. Then comes the first hidden cost. You have to add another 2 to 5% of the total purchase price for closing costs. That covers mandatory items like title insurance, attorney fees, and local recording fees. Finally, you add your safety net. Inspections and appraisals usually run between $400 and $700. You need these to guarantee you aren't inheriting a structural disaster. If your savings only cover the basic down payment, these extra layers will drain your accounts, leaving zero emergency funds. Budgeting strictly for this complete, true cash-to-close figure is the only way to avoid becoming dangerously house poor the day you move in. The financial obligations don't stop at the closing table. You also need to plan for your year one holding costs. Immediately after moving in, you are responsible for property taxes. In Oakland County, those average about 1.5 to 2% of your home's value every year. Now, look at this area chart of a home's total value. This highlighted 1 to 2% segment is your maintenance buffer. You need this specific amount set aside in liquid cash. There is no perfect maintenance-free house. Even if you buy a newly flipped move-in-ready property in an older city like Ferndale, you will face immediate minor updates, a furnace repair, or a roof patch. This forces a direct trade-off. Do you delay your home search to save this specific buffer, or rush into the market and risk going into debt the moment something breaks? Factoring in ongoing maintenance costs allows you to maintain the integrity of the property while preserving its long-term market value. Once your budget is completely airtight, you still have to navigate the tactical reality of placing an offer in competitive cities like Birmingham or Bloomfield Hills. In a low inventory market, going alone puts you at a severe disadvantage. You're competing against aggressive bids from seasoned investors. Sellers hold the leverage. They have the luxury of dictating favorable terms, which means they easily ignore standard, uncalibrated offers. This leads to severe market fatigue. Frustrated solo buyers get rejected so many times that, out of desperation, they overpay or recklessly waive vital contingencies. Having a flawless budget is virtually useless if you lack the strategic leverage to deploy it successfully against competing offers. That strategic leverage comes from securing an experienced, localized buyer's agent. An expert pulls precise neighborhood-level sales data. They use those comparable sales to calibrate your offer, ensuring it is highly competitive without you overpaying. They take on the role of professionally structuring your contingencies. They negotiate terms that protect your financial boundaries, while specifically appealing to what local sellers want. Partnering with an expert aligns your offer with the specific expectations of the Oakland County market, making your bid more attractive while shielding your savings from unnecessary risk. This flowchart maps Oakland County homeownership. If your budget is maxed out, follow the pause search path to build reserves. But if you factored in closing costs, maintenance, and pre-approval, follow the ready-to-buy path. You're positioned to win. The largest pitfall in real estate is attempting to navigate a complex, high-stakes transaction by yourself. Secure your investment by partnering with a dedicated advisor like Kathy Remski. She ensures your real estate journey is seamless, competitive, and financially secure.